Testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right, bet. Shalom, how about Shalom, have Shabbat Thumb. Shalom, have Shema, Shalom, have Shai. To the brothers and sisters, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Junior Hunter since 1969. We have been teaching the truth about the Bible. The truth about the Bible is Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, or so-called Latinos and West Indians as well. We are the true chosen people of God. Since 1969, we have been telling everybody that on the face of this earth. Again, this is the ISUBK Socal, the Southern California Sabbath service. I will also be doing it for Vegas. It's going to be a really quick class today. I'm basically just going to prayers, Hebrew, English, quick breakdown. Hebrew, English, Hebrew, English, Hebrew, English. Again, 7 times in Hebrew, 7 times in English for a total of 49 verses. Prayers again, salute out, and then we got stuff to do. With that, you got any questions? Don't put them in the chat. Imagine just myself. Lion Shala, which means 2 or 4 Israel. Which means to rise and face the east. We'll be going over the prayers in the Hebrew and in the English. Just repeat after me. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh Malawaka, Taba'aratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazaka, Wahayah, Bashemayim. The thunder now will come, call you one, Wasalakina, Kabawafina, Kasalakina, Kabawafina, Wala Atabaya, and Wabban, the Sayan, about how we shine, Mayan, Rai, Kayalaka, Amalakwaha, Alawa, Tapa, Arada, I will love you, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. This is a cock the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Kushan, Nathan, Lanawa, a cock, I call Allah, call Madawa, cock, Latahar, Hamatazariah, a cock, Lahakoyim, a Mathium, Yakak, Arak, Awa, Salaka, Arak, Awa. Hatuma Allah, God, Shem, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Wada, Aman, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahab, Bayasapoyim, Barak Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Wada, Aman. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ayan ya al Haharium, Mayan, Yaba'a, Azoria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayan, Wa Rataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Ragarka, Al Yanawam, Shemarka, Hanala, Al Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayat, Yam Yanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Wabwa Akba, Bayatha, I will in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahim, Adam Yalaka, Al Taka Arashwa, Al Tashaquat, Al Kayahana, Our Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Rash, Al Imaka, Yahweh Yamwa, Sawadawa, Yatha, Al Tazawa, Al Tazapawanika, Amara, Lakawa, Walakaki, and Magaria, Wala Aya, Zakari, Sham Yashala, Our Dukaya, now Al Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Waya, Yakaratwa, Ahaya, Alawam, Why, Yashamai, Alayum, Mawa Abba, Wagarium, Gabal, Why I'm one, why I'm a lot, Alashat, I'm Yashab, Yatazawa, Gamashawa, Nalawa, Aman was our why Labanya Lawat Salat. I shall hum Kamadin Kasia, Sarah, Kayab Young, Manakal, Koyashuan, Nasham Magua, by Yanda Ara, Hayawa, the Man La Dama, Shatam, Dada Yamawa, Kara, Wakas the Abba, Wakas Batwakas Zamanai, Nasagat Kumwa, Ashar Amara, Na Rashad, Lanawa, Ak, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shatam, Kagala, Kakash, the Panya Rabaka, the Ashta, Ira, Yaira, Wak, Alahabat, Alahat, Ariam Khan. So like that were dot my basa Irika Wabasawa pocket that Bahalam Mala'a Punyaham Kualawan Waya Bakwashwa Shamka Yahawa Yabashwa Waya Bahawa I Waya Kapara Waya Abadwa Waya Da'awa Kaya Ata Shamka Yahawa Labadka I want alcohol ha Arataza in the English keep not thy silence oh God hold not thy peace and be not still oh God for lo thine enemies make a tumult and they that hate thee have lifted up their head they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off. We make a nation that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacle of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, Assur also are joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Javan, at the brook of the sun, which perished at the door. They became as dung for the earth, make their numbers like a rib and like the yea. All the princes as the Biden, as the Munya, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as a stubble for the wind, as the fire burns the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may see thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, why Maka'ala, why Alahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapium, Ha Saranyum, Ha Quatazar Yunyum, Ha Yanyum, Waha Aquatium, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, and command, Salakin, and the angels, Commander Junior Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. You may be seated. This is what I'm going to do it in English. I don't do no breakdowns. I'm just going to gotta run through it. What's the name? Start now. As you know, we do the 7 verses in the Hebrew and we do it in English. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 23 through 29 in Hebrew. Wayazah, Mashah, Ath, Mata Haywa, Al, Hashemayim, Yahweh, Nathan, Kwalath, Wabara, Wata Halat, Ash, Aratazah, Wayam Tazar, Yahweh, Barath, Al, Aratazah, Matazarium, Wayahaya, Barath, Uslagi, Barad, Slagi, Waash, Mata La Kwa Kath, Batawak, Habarada, Kabad, Ma'ad, Aishar, La'a, Haya, Kamahawa, Bakal, Arataza, Matazaram, Ba'aza, Hayata, Lagawa, Kal, Ashar, Bashada, Ma'adam, Wa'ad, Bahama, Wahath Kal, Aisha, Hashada, Haka, Habarat, Wa'ath Kal, Aitazah, Hashada, Shabar, verse 26, Rakwa, Ma'aratazah, Gasham, Ashar, Shum, Gunya, Yashala, La'a, Haya, Barai, verse 27, while Shalak, Para-I, while Kwara-I, Lamasha, while Ha'aran, while Amar, Alaham, Hata Afya, Hapa'ain, Yahweh, Hatazat, Dayak, Yahweh, Wa'anya, Wa'anya, Hara Sha'anya, verse 28, Thaya Rad, Al, Yahweh, Warab, Mahayath, Kwalath, Alahayim, Wabarad, Wa Lasham, Atkum, Wala'ah, La'amar, verse 29, last verse, Wa'yamar, Alayawam, Masha, Katazah, Athiyam, Hayar, Aparash, Kapaya, Al, Yahweh, Hakwa Lawath, Yaka Dalawan, Waha Barad La'a, Yahai, Yaya, Aiwad, Lama Ain, Tada Ai Kaya, La Yahweh, Ha'aratazah. Come on.
The book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 11.
Go on.
Deliver me, I pray thee.
Not 11, 23.
So,
No, 9, 23, 29.
Oh, the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 23. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So there was hail from fire, and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation.
Come on.
And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field. Verse 26, only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail.
Read that part again.
Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail.
Read it again.
Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail. Because
the Lord decided to bring us out of that place, he decided to light up everybody else except us. That's why you see them fires and them hurricanes. They're not really tearing up poor people. They're not tearing up Israelites. Them fires are in those $1 million mansions that you cannot afford and will not be able to afford. Keep reading.
Verse 27, and Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous in the end, and I and my people are wicked.
Read it again.
Verse 27, and Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned this time.
What he said?
I have sinned this time.
What did Pharaoh say?
I have sinned this time.
Why? He said it because at this point, he knew he did something wrong. At this point, he was feeling some type of way because he know only the Lord could do something to him. But he said, at this time, I have sinned. He never said about the times prior. He said, at this time, I'm sinning. Keep reading.
The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked.
That's him trying to play the Lord. That's what you Christians do. You try to tell the Lord that you wrong this time, and guess what? You go back to doing the same thing you always do. That's the same thing Pharaoh did. He said he was wrong, and guess what he did afterwards? He went back to trying to oppress us. He would not let us leave. You know why? Because he's really not a man of his word, and that's what you are. Every hypocrite is a sinner. Every sinner is a hypocrite. Read.
Verse 28. Entreat the Lord, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings in hell. And I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer.
That is a lie. Keep reading.
Verse 29. And Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Lord, and the thunder shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how that that the earth is the Lord's.
Cool. The book of Genesis, verse Exodus, chapter 9, verse 35. We're gonna go all the way to chapter 10, verse 1. 35. Where do we stop at?
Verse 30.
We start at verse 30.
Go.
All right. I'm right. Verse 30. Why the? It's like if you didn't hear me prior, we're just gonna go through real fast. We got something to do. There's a couple protests going on out here. So some brothers will be going to that. Other brothers got other things they have to do. I'm not gonna give you all details, but that's what's going on today. So we're just running through it really fast. Verse 30. Why the? Why by the yak? Yada Aikya Kaya Taram Thaya Ra'a1 Mapunya Yahweh. So like Alahayim, verse 31. Waha Pashata Waha Sha'ira Nakata Kaya Hasha Ira Ibayab Waha Pashata Gaba Al, verse 32. Waha Kata Waha Kasai Samath La'ab Nakawa Kayam Apalath Hana, verse 33. Waya Tazah Masha Ma'aim Para'ai Ath Hayar Waya Parash Kapayua Al Yahweh Waya Kadalya Hapal Rath Waha Barad Wamatar La'a Nathak Aratazah, verse 34. Waya Ra'a Para'aihu Kaya Hadal Hamatar Waha Barad Waha Kwalath Wayasap or Salaki Wayasap Lahata'ah Waya Kabar Kabad Labawa Labois Hawa'a Wa'a Badiyum Badiyawab Waya Kazakwa Laba. It's like verse 35. Para'ai Wala'a Shalaka Ath Banyub Yasha'ala Ka'ashar Dabar Yahweh Bayad Basha, chapter 10, verse 1, last verse. Wayomar Yahweh Al Masha Ba'a Al Para'ai Kayum Anya Haka Badafya Ath Labar Labar Wa'ath Wa'ath La Labah Abba the Yuwa Lama Ain Shanya Afya Allah Allah Salakia Makwa Rabwa. Come on. 30 through chapter 10, verse 1.
The book of Exodus, chapter 30. So like the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 30. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that you will not yet fear the Lord God.
Read again.
But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear the Lord God.
Moses already knew Pharaoh was BSing. This is what you got to know about people. You know the spirit on somebody. You can hear him talking. Say, I'm gonna change. I ain't gonna do that, man. Y'all good. He don't really mean that, man. He's coming back to you. He understands what type of man Pharaoh is. Pharaoh is a snake, just like your leader now. Trump is a snake. Keep reading.
Verse 31. And the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was bold. Verse 32. But the wheat and the rice were not smitten, for they were not grown up. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread and brought his hands unto the Lord, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth.
That's power. That is power. Read.
Verse 34. When Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more.
He did what?
He sinned yet more.
He did what?
He sinned yet more.
He is what he is. Scriptures say they are crooked from the womb.
Right.
From the womb. That is no making straight. There's no making straight what the Lord has deemed to be crooked. You can't fix what they really are. What an oppressor is, he's always going to be that. An oppressor. Because that's what he is. He will never cease to oppress you. You know why? Because you are not his people. Understand that. You do not matter to him. The only thing that matters to him is you getting him money. And as soon as the day you decide you don't want to give him money, he wants to get rid of you. Keep reading.
Verse 34. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servant.
He did what?
He hardened his heart, he and his servant.
Come on, man. That's what you're seeing right now. Literally right now today. As soon as Trump got in office, these Klansmen have become more bold. They are marching down the streets. They are literally having ICE people break up in your house and take away your wife and your children if they are not citizens. They just broke up in a man's house and took this man's woman. Imagine you've been married to a woman for 10 years and somebody takes her and you can't do anything about it. You can't even feel that because you haven't gone through it. But don't worry. This place is soon gonna keep doing that. Keep reading.
Verse 35. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Lord had spoken by Moses.
This is a fool. Imagine you keep going on the same block and you keep getting shot. Are you gonna keep going on the same block? No. Pharaoh knew why he was getting punished by God. And guess what Pharaoh did? Because his heart was so hardened, because he was so prideful, he kept doing the same thing over and over and over again. Moses knew it, the Lord knew it. Everybody knew what Pharaoh would do. Pharaoh would not let it go easy. That is somebody you got to put down. That is a ravished dog that you have to put down. That is what Esau is. That is what your oppressor is. He is a ravished dog that must be put down. Keep reading.
The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servant.
Why did the Lord harden his heart? Because the Lord knew he wanted the nation of Israel to get their own land. Guess what is going on again? To free us, he has to make this perfect. Because here's the thing. You don't want to be free. So to free you, he must make your burdens worse. He must get you to the point where you're like, damn, these people is not letting up. To the point you have to see. We're telling you easily that this man does not want anything to do with you. And guess what? You fight it. You continue to fight it. And you always say there's some good ones out there. You continue to fight it. Guess what? That's what happening now. The Lord has to make this place harder. He has to burden you more. He has to make you go through much pain and much turmoil for you to finally get in your brain that these people are not your people and this is not your land. It does not matter that you was in the land of Goshen. Guess what? The Lord does not want you to be in the land of Goshen. The man in Egypt did not want you to be in the land of Goshen. Pharaoh, he wanted you out of that land. You know why? Because he knew what would happen. He said, these people get too big, they're going to take over my place. Same thing here. They're trying to get rid of you. They're trying to get rid of us. The Lord is sitting here hardening Trump's heart. He's hardening these Americans' heart to let you know that this is not your place. Why do you think there's so much protest going on? Why do you think there's so much turmoil in this country, in this land? It's not going to stop. It's getting worse and worse. And just like a woman who's having a baby, those contractions get harder and harder and more painful and more painful and more painful. But guess what comes after that? Beautiful child, beautiful baby. Keep reading.
Oh, God. And in the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 1, and the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him.
Come on, man. That's what the Lord wants to do. The Lord wants to show signs. You know why? Because he wants to let you know and them know that no one is above him. He is the King of all kings. He is the most high. He is the most ancient. He's the ancient of days. He is the one who tells you what's going to happen on this earth. You do not. Let me tell you something. You do not have the pleasure of saying if your day is going to be good or bad. You don't have the pleasure nor the right to do that. You don't get to say today is going to be a good day. You don't get the option to say today is going to be a bad day. It's going to be whatever the Lord deems for you. All right. In the Hebrew, we're going to do the book of Exodus chapter 10, verse 2 through 8. While ma'ain, that's a parah. Ba'ai tazanya, banath, what button salaka. Banath, waban, excuse me, banak ath, ashar, hata ai, latya, ba matazarayim, wa'ath, athya, ashar, shamatya, bama, waya da'aitam, kaya, anya, Yahweh, verse 3, waya ba'a, Mashah, Haran, al Para'ai, Amarwa, al Yawa, Kaha, Amar, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ha'ai, Bariam, I, Matya, Ma'anath, La'anath, Mapanyam, Shalach, Amaya, Waya I, Badanya, verse 4, Kaya, Ma'ana, Ata, Lashalaka, Ath, Anya, Hanaya, Maba Ya'a, Maka'ar, Arabah, Gaba Slaga, Bagai, Balak, verse 5, Wayasa, it's like Wakasa, Ayain, Ayan, Ha'arataza, Wala'a, Yawakal, Lara'ath, Ha'arataza, Wakal, Yathar, Hapa Lazar, Latas, like it. Hana Sha'arath, Lakam, Mana, Habarat, Wakal, Kal, Ha'atazah, Hatazamaka, Lakam, Mana, Hasharah, verse 6. Wama Salaka, Wama La'awa, Batayak, Rabathya Kal, Iba Dayak, Wabathya Kal, Matazarayam, Ashar, La'a, Ra'awa, Aba Tanyak, Wa'a Banwath, Aba Tanyak, Mayawam, Hayawatham, Al, Ha'adama, Hayawam, Hazah, Waya upon, Waya Taza'ah, Ma'ain, Para'ai, verse 7, Waya Marwa, Abaya, it's like Abaya, Para'ai, Al Yawa, Aid, Mathya, Yaya, Ta, Lanwa, Lama Wakwash, Walha, Ha'a, Nashayam, Waya Badawa, Yahweh, Alahayawam, Hatazuriyam, Tada Kaya, Abada, Matazarayam, verse 8, last verse. Waya but Waya Washab Ath, Masha Wa'ath, Aharan, Al Para'ai, Waya Amar, Alahayam, Lakawa, Abadwa, Yahweh, Allah hayyakum maya wa maya haha lakayam.
The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son, which things I have wrought in Egypt.
That again, that is why the Lord is doing this. So let it be known throughout history. Let it be known throughout history. What has been happening in history has been changed. So the children of Israel don't even know what had happened for them. This is why we celebrate the Passover, to remember this day, for the world to remember this day. One day you're gonna look up, and in the next near future, everybody on the planet Earth will have to celebrate the Passover the same way you celebrate Easter. You're gonna celebrate the Feast of Dedication the same way you celebrate Christmas. The whole earth will know it is a high holy day. The same way you get weeks of school off during Christmas and New Year's, same day our children will be getting weeks of school off during Christmas and New Year's. It's the same thing that's gonna happen. Just think opposite. All you gotta do is think opposite. The next leadership, the next rulership of this earth, we're gonna do everything opposite. We're gonna keep it the same. We're gonna keep it the same, but it's gonna be opposite. If that makes sense. You're gonna have schools, you're gonna have jobs, you're gonna have all that. But guess what? We're gonna be running the corporation. We're gonna be running the institution. That's what it's gonna be jails and prisons too. Guess what? We're gonna be running it. There's gonna be schools. We're gonna be all the teachers. We're gonna have all the college education. We're gonna be all the college educators. It's gonna be us. It's not gonna be HBCUs where it's just a small thing. All black people will be smart. All black people will go to college. And you will get in just why? Because you're black. Because you're Hispanic, because you're Native American. Why? That's what they do. That's what they do. These people aren't even qualified. That is what DEI is. These people are not qualified to go to college, and they get in college. These people are not qualified to be doctors, yet they are doctors. It's called legacy. Because their father and mother was a doctor, these people are now allowed to go to school to be a doctor, even though they suck. And because they suck, you're gonna die. Because this is what this place is, a place of death. Keep reading.
Oh, God. What things I have brought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Lord.
Come on.
Verse 3, and Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews.
The Lord God of the who?
The Lord God of the Hebrews.
Of the who?
Of the Hebrews.
You cannot find anyone in this Bible that the Lord is the God of everybody. He's the Lord God of the Hebrews, of the Israelites.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, so-called Latinos, so-called West Indians. Read.
How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me?
Come on, man. That's a question. How long? That's the question that's a question you need to ask yourself. How long will it take you to humble yourself before the Lord? Because the Lord's going to keep tearing your behind up too. Keep reading.
How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me.
A small request. A very small request. Let my people go that they may serve me. And they can come back, actually. Keep reading.
Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locust into thy coast.
Hey, man, the Lord has done a man that slacks his promise, man. He said tomorrow, in 24 hours, I'm going to bring locusts. I'm going to bring a field of bugs that's going to take over your whole country. Keep reading.
Verse 5, and they shall cover the face of the earth,
Read.
That one cannot be able to see the earth.
That's crazy.
And they shall eat the residue off of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field.
That is crazy. Keep reading.
Verse 6, and they shall fill thy houses and the houses of all thy servants.
Man, imagine, man, you got you and your woman in the house, and there's just a bunch of locusts just enter your house. You can't even imagine that. Your woman would go crazy. Nowhere you could go. They coming through your air conditioning vents. They don't have AC at this time, but they coming through the windows. Just imagine it. A bunch of locusts, a bunch of bugs, a bunch of critters coming through your house. That day you wish for pest control. You don't even need pest control. You just serve the Lord. Keep reading. Guess what? And none of this happened in the land of Goshen. Only the Lord can do that. Only the Lord can block off a certain sect of a land and say, no, nothing, no harm will come to this part of the land. Only this part of the land. Imagine your block. Imagine your neighborhood. That's how you got to look at it when this stuff starts to go down. Your house will be protected if you serve the Lord. It's a lot of noise going on outside. There's a lot of fires going on outside. In my house, I'm not worried about ice because we serve the Lord. My house is protected. You under the Lord's protection. You have to understand that too. These people under the Lord's protection. The Lord wanted to protect them. He wanted them to be underneath his shadow. Psalms 91. You got to understand what's really happening here. The Lord will sit here and save you and make everybody else go through pain and danger. That's what happens right now in the world. I don't go through the things people in the world go through. I don't have the problems people in the world have. I have problems, but I don't have the problems they have. The reason why I don't have the problems they have because they stack on their problems. and they have no solution. Me, I understand. All I got to do is serve the Lord harder, humble myself harder, be more of a servant. Then I will be protected. Keep reading.
Come on. In the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, even the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. Verse 7. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us?
Come on, man. Pharaoh's servant, like, damn, man, how long is it gonna take? How long you gonna keep letting this man do this? He's a snare to us. He's a trap to us. Everything that he said is happening. He clearly is not doing it of his own. Keep reading.
Let the men go.
Come on, man. They're tired. They are tired. Imagine Trump's cabinet, whole office, just sitting there saying, hey, we got to let these people go because we getting towed up by the bone. And tomorrow we know it's going to happen. They already know it's going to be locusts tomorrow. You know why? Because the Lord has already did all the plagues. He said he's going to do prior. So you know he's going to bring more plagues tomorrow. Pharaoh like, nope, keep reading. It's like, I ain't got to that part yet. Keep reading.
That they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet?
It's like, serve the Lord who?
Their God.
Serve the Lord who?
So it's lucky that they may serve the Lord their God.
Our God. Their God is us. That is us. That is us walking through Egypt. That is us. That is us being put in the fields making straw. That is us. Their God. Our God. Again, you will not find the God of everybody in this Bible. I want to harp in that. Hey, argue somebody down. Put these precepts in your John 3:16 precept. When somebody asks you who is God, or when it comes to God, who is God? Who is God the God of? What does the word God mean? It means power. He is the power of the Hebrews, the power of the Israelites. Their God, another possessive pronoun. Read.
Oh God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And
read it again.
Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed?
Listen and tell you, man, this place is done for. We've been running good for however many years, 400 years, but we are done. It is time. Do you not understand it? Do you not see it? Pharaoh is just like any president. You don't want, or any leader. You don't want to see something fall in your time. You don't want that in the record books. That during your time, your country failed. During your time, your continent failed. During your time, you are the problem. You don't want to see that because it has to happen. It happens to the best of them, and it's happening now. Keep reading.
Verse 8. And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh. He said unto them, go, serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go?
Come on, man. He's trying to figure out who you're going to take with you. You know why? Because money. I need to know who is going with you and how long you're taking them and where you're going. I need to know everything. That's how you know he's not sincere. Hey, lady, you just walk on my life. I don't care what you do. You know what? I'm not going to call you because I don't care what you do. Pharaoh care. If you start asking people questions about what they're going to do afterwards, you really trying to keep an eye on them. You're trying to figure out something. Pharaoh probably had spies waiting to see what was going on in the land of Goshen. I'm gonna keep reading. What was it? We ended at 8. We're gonna do 10, verse 9 through 15. Why any questions? Just put them in the chat. But again, we gotta do this real quick. We're gonna do this real quickly. Why Omar, Masha, Banai, Ranya, Wabata, Kwanya, Yanwa, Nalak, Baban Yanwa, Wababan Watanwa, Bataza, Nawa, Waba Bakwar, Nawa, Nalak, Kayub, Kaga, Yahweh, Lanwa, verse 10, Waya Amar, Alaham, Yahaya, Kana, Yahweh, Amakam, Ka'ashar, Ashalaka, Athakam, Wa'ath, Tapakam, Ra'awa, Kaya, Ra'ai, Nagad, Put Yakum, verse 11, La'ah, Kana, Lakawa, Na'ah, Haga, Barium, Wa'ai, Badawa, Ath, Yahweh, Kaya, Atha, Atham, Maka, Slakia, Maba, Kwashayum, Waya, Garash, Atham, Ma'ath, Panya, Para'ai, verse 12, Waya Amar, Yahweh, all, Mashah, Matah, Yadak, Al, Aratazah, Matazariam, Rabah, Waya Al, Aratazah, Matazariam, Waya Call, Aisha, Haratazah, Ashar, Haratazawayub, Habarat, verse 13, and Wayat, Mashah, Matawab, Al, Aratazah, Matazariam, Waya Hayawa, Nagab, Rabakah, Quadayum, Ba'aratazah, Kal, Hayawam, Salagia, Wakal, Hayalala, like Hayal, Habaquar, Hayah, Waka, Hakwa Dayum, Nasha, Ha'arabah, verse 14, Wa'al, Ha'arabah, Al, Kal, Aratazah, Matazariam, Wayanaka, Bakal, Gabawal, Matazarium, Kabat, Ma'at, Lapunyawa, La'a, Haya, Khan, Yakan, Arabah, Kamahawa, Wa'a Kareyawa, La'a, Yahya, or Yahya, Khan, verse 15, last verse. While you come, Ayun, Kal, Ha'aratazah, Wata Kashak, Ha'aratazah, while you call, Kal, Aisha, Ha'aratazah, Wa'at Kal, Pariah, Ha'aitazah, Ashar, Hawatawa, Habarat, Wala, Nawathar, Kal, Yarakwa, Ba'aitazah, Waba Aisha, Haishada, Bakal, Aratazah, Matazarium. Come on. Verses 9 through 15.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 9. And Moses said, we will go with our young and with our child, and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds will we go. We must hold a feast unto the Lord.
Nigga, everybody's going. That is what he's saying. Bro, everybody's going. He looked them dead in his man. Pharaoh said, hey man, where y'all who are you taking with? Nigga, I'm taking everybody. I'm taking everybody. This is what Pharaoh knew, and you'll know this too. Keep reading.
Verse 10. And he said to them, let the Lord be so with you as I will let you go, and your little ones look to it, for evil is before you.
Come on, man.
Not so go now ye that are men, and serve the Lord, for that ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence.
This is what Pharaoh understood, and this is what America understands. They can talk all that crap, but they know, and you should know, if black people and Hispanic people decided to not go to work for a week, this place would fall. If black and Hispanic decided not to spend money outside of black and Hispanic places, this place will crumble and fall. If blacks and Hispanics decided for 1 week, not even a week, we like to just put it down in one day. But imagine you did no crime. Blacks and Hispanics did no crime for a week straight. This place will crumble. This place will fall. This place is made of our oppression, of our sins. This is how this place is built up. Of our sins, of us being put into cages. Bro, I want to know, who are you taking with? Moses said, nigga, I'm taking everybody. So work will stop. Work will cease. Keep reading.
Oh God, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hell hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night, And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts.
Come on, man. This is science. Look, hey, we're gonna have wind drive all these locusts over here. This is science. You want to overlook it, but this is science. It ain't just falling out of the sky. You say we're gonna get all these locusts over here, but we're gonna bring them over here with big old wind, big old gust of wind. We're gonna keep blowing them and blowing them, blowing them. There be angels that's for this. The Lord has angels set up to do this work. This is the biggest hitman. You think you're a hitman? No, this is the man who calls shots. He has angels who do it for him. Once we get to reading, you're gonna. I don't want to give it away, but I always say this, and I don't know what year I came up with this. When I was talking with that one, I was like, this might be the first recorded drive-by ever. We ain't gonna see it today. We're gonna do it next week, I believe. We're gonna get into it, but I think that's the first recorded drive-by ever in the history of drive-bys. Kiri. The biggest gangster is the Lord. Kiri.
Verse 13, Moses stretched forth. Verse 14, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt.
Why? Because the Lord wanted it to happen. That's why. Read.
Very grievous were they. Mm-hmm. Before them there was no such locust as they, neither after them shall be such.
Come on.
For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land and the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field through all the land of Egypt.
This is what the Lord is doing. The Lord is lighting this place up. He is lighting that place up. Slowly but surely. He said he gave them an option. He gave them an option. Pharaoh did not want to take it. Pharaoh wanted to be prideful. And the Lord hardened his heart because Pharaoh wanted his heart. You get that? You understand that? The reason why his heart was hardened because he wanted to harden his heart. That's the spirit on Pharaoh. That's the spirit on the pressure. That's in the spirit on somebody who understands, I need these people to be under me and I need them to be fools. He will not give you a fair shake. He will not give you a fair chance at anything in life. That is a myth that you just, lace up your bootstraps and get to it. That does not work here. And they know that. And they tell that lie. They tell that lie. How can somebody who stole everything tell you should work hard? That don't make sense. How can somebody who unalived everybody tell you shouldn't unalive anybody? And you should just work hard. And you should. How can somebody who bombs everybody on the planet Earth tell you should just forget it? Hey man, forget about what happened to you, man. Did they forget about what happened to them? No. This is a hypocrite. That's what Pharaoh was. That's what Egypt was. Guess what? We are in Egypt again. We are surrounded by a bunch of hypocrites. Every day you walk outside, understand that white man that you think is nice and kind, that white woman that you think is nice and kind, she is a hypocrite. Just always know that in the back of your mind. I'm not saying go out there and call them that. What I am saying is know it in the back of your mind. You don't owe them a damn thing. You don't owe them a damn thing. Anyway, my stop it. Let's have a 15. Oh, you get good time. Okay. Oh yeah, we good. It's the book of Genesis. Exodus chapter 10, verse 16 through 22 in the Hebrew. Waya Mahar Power I Lakara Lamashah Wala Rawa Rawan Salaki Waya Amar Hata Apia La Yahweh Allah Hayakam or Walakam, verse 17. Why Shah Na'a Kata Apia what was that? Probably Ha'ain Waha I Yarawab La Yahweh Allah Hayakam Wayasar Ma Ahaya Rakwa Ah Hamarath Hata it's like Hazah, verse 18. Why to the I Ma'ain Power I Hub Why Athar Al Yahweh, verse 19. Why Hapak Yahweh Rawa Yama Hazakwa Ma'ad why Sha'a Ha'araba or why Dakwa I Harub Yama, Sawarap, like La'a, Nashar, Araba, Akkad, Bakal, Gabawal, Matazarium, verse 20. Waya Hazakwa, Yahweh, Af, Labah, Power Iha, Wala Shalak, Af, Bunyub, Yasha'ala, verse 21. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like him. Napa, Yadak, Al, Hashemayim, Wayahaya, Kashak, Al, Aratazah, Matazarium, Wayam Mashah, Kashak, verse 22, last verse. Wazat, Mashah, Wazat, Mashah, Ah, Yadawa, Al, Hashemayim, Wayahaya, Kashak, Apayub, Bakal, Aratazah, Matazarium, Shalach, Yamiyam. 16 to 22.
The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 16. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste and said, I have sinned against the Lord your God and against you.
This is a Christian. This is a Christian. This is a full-on Christian. He doesn't even know it. Christianity is not even a thing, but this is a Christian. A Christian only feels bad for the things he do for a moment. For a moment. And he goes right back to doing it. And then a week later, the next Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whenever the hell they go to church on Wednesday, I don't know what these Christians do because I don't even conversate with them. Come on.
So like,
No, go ahead.
So like, okay. I've been seeing Pharaoh say, I have sinned against your Lord a bunch of times in this, this chapter.
Right.
And I know the scripture says that the Lord didn't show his law and statutes to anybody else. Right. So is this possible for Pharaoh to be sinning because technically the law wasn't given to Moses yet?
Okay. When you're looking at the word sin in here, don't think about like the law. Don't think about a transgression of what we would do. You heard what is sin? Okay. Well, matter of fact, what comes after sin? Why do you get judged?
Because he did wrong.
So what is he doing?
Get judged because he did wrong.
What is he doing wrong?
Okay, not letting us go.
That's what's wrong. It's not necessarily he's not sinning, but he's getting punished by judgment and death, which is the punishment of sin. He's doing wrong because he's harming us. He's hurting us. He's doing wrong because he's sinning or he's doing wrong because he's oppressing us. You're doing wrong because you smoke weed. You see the balance of it? You're sinning because you smoke weed. He's sinning or doing wrong because he oppresses black people, because he oppresses Hispanics, because he oppresses Latinos and Native Americans. That's what he's doing wrong. And because of that, he has to get punished with what? Come on, what does sin bring forth? Death. I want the word, death. Sin brings forth death. What happened to Pharaoh at the end of this? His son. All of them. His son died, and who died? All of them. And then who died after that? Yeah. He got punished. Right. Same way you're gonna get punished with smoking weed and having sex with a hoe. Same way he got punished. Well, not you. I'm talking to you. Whoever watching. That's the same thing. The reason why you die is because you're doing something against the Lord. They don't die because they smoke weed. They don't die because they do cocaine. You die because you do cocaine. They ran the whole country off in the 80s. Wall Street started jumping off of cocaine. When you were doing cocaine, your whole neighborhood died. They whole place first. When they smoke weed, they turn weed into these big major empires, and they got good roll-ins. When you smoke weed and sell weed, your behind get pulled over by the police and thrown in jail for 20 years. That's the difference. It's weighing on the balance. It's weighing on the scale. They're not sinning because they're minding their own business, doing doing God knows what with having sex with a beast. He's not sinning because he's having sex with a goat, even though it's just all the way wrong. You're sinning just because you lie. He's not gonna get punished for that. He's gonna get punished for doing something to you, for harming you, for oppressing you. You're gonna get punished for something way less in our eyes. Hey man, you smoke weed. Well, now you got lung cancer. Right. I've never heard a white man with lung cancer because he smoked weed. It's not a thing. Matter of fact, with smoking weed, he runs the whole world of smoking weed. Hashish, ash. This man has a whole industry set up for smoking weed. When you were smoking weed and selling weed, you was going to jail. You was getting pulled over by the cops. You was thrown to the paddy wagon, beat half to death, have to pay fines, thrown in jail. Now you got felonies for possession. When he's smoking weed and selling weed, he runs the world. He runs the world. He has shops and businesses all around the country. Grow houses, nobody can say anything. Because he was not given the law to not sin. He wasn't given anything. But the way that he treats you, the Lord has to get mad. Just like any father. Hey man, you treat my children wrong, I got to unalive you. Somebody treat my child wrong. You heard my daughter. I'm gonna feed you to the dirt, and I'm gonna go to prison and be very happy about it and show that paperwork to everybody. Well, it's the same thing with the Lord though. You punishing his children, you hurting his children, he's gonna feed you to the dirt and he's gonna show everybody and be proud of it. And everybody's gonna know that day that the Lord is with these people. Right. All right, what was it?
Verse 17.
Come on.
Verse 17. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only.
This man is a cunning liar. If Moses and Aaron weren't smart men, and if they were fools, they sit there and say, you know what, it's all right. Like a Christian, you ever seen, I know y'all saw it, when this police officer lady ran up in this Caucasian Edomite, she ran up in this brother's house, this so-called Judite, or wasn't like a so-called African-American, this Judite, ran up in his house. I believe they killed him. She killed him. She goes to trial, and she's in front of the jury and people. There was the black lady who works there, who is a security officer or a sheriff. She's doing her hair. Then she gets a hug from the brother of the person she unalived. Those people are not fit to be rulers. Those people are not fit to be to run us. Imagine somebody a white person unalives your brother and you go hug him. They work your brother hard to death and you go hug him. Now, Aaron and Moses, they were not fools. They understood the assignment. They understood what Pharaoh was. That is what we're teaching you in here. Know your enemies. Right. To understand your enemies, you really got to study them. Go throughout history. There's too many books out here. There are too many examples out here that you see on a day-to-day basis that lets you know who this person is and what they're capable of doing and what they will do. Keep reading.
The book of Exodus, verse 17. Now, therefore, forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only.
Keep reading.
And went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord.
Now, let me get to it. Oh, no, keep on, slide.
Verse 19. And the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea.
Come on.
There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt.
That was quick. Keep reading.
But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart.
Come on.
So that he would not let the children of Israel go.
He hardened his heart because that's what he is. That's what he is. He is a person he is a private person. So the Lord said, I'm just gonna keep hardening your heart anyway, because that's what you really want. I know you're not coming to my prophets. You're not coming to Aaron and Moses. You're not coming to them correctly. You're really reluctant to do what I'm telling you to do. You don't want to do it. So because you're so powerful, I'm going to keep making you more powerful. You ever seen somebody, they just too far gone? Like, I got a homeboy, right, who went to prison for selling drugs. He calls me time to time, and he still asks me about how the drugs going. Like, bro, grow up. Like, he's too far gone. He's in it. And it's like, damn, it's the same thing here. You can always use examples of what's going on in your life to understand what's happening in this Bible. Because this Bible is us. This Bible is what we go through. Imagine, right, a woman who has a baby by two random dudes, right? She's not with either of them. And she goes out and chooses the same type of man for a third baby. She too far gone. So now you got 3 kids by 3 different brothers, and they all the same type of brother because he looked good and got nice shoes. You too far gone, baby, and it's hard to help you. What same thing? I'm gonna keep making you do the same thing over because that's what you really want to do. That's what you want to keep going to the strip club. That's what you really want. You keep doing it over and over and over. That's what you want to do. So keep doing it. Well, same thing here. The Lord already knows Pharaoh is prideful. The Lord already understands Pharaoh. So he said, I bet. I'm just keep hardening his heart. Keep reading.
Verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
Can you understand? Darkness that may be felt. You probably never been in. Imagine it's just so dark. You can't see nothing. There's a fear in you. There's a fear like, it's dark, I can't see nothing. You walking in the chairs and tables, there's no light. There's no fire. There's no sun. There's no moon. Nothing's giving off its light. It's just dark over here. Not in the land of Goshen. Not where niggas stay at. Not where the niggas is speaks at. It's like, we are chilling. We are good. We are partying. That's what we do. That's what we do now. Pacific Palisades going through the fires. What is niggas doing? I went to the club. I did not care about no fire going on because it didn't affect me. That's the same thing was going on over here. We was in the land of Goshen. Them people over there getting tore by locusts and whatever else the Lord is plaguing them with. Hellfire and brimstone coming out the sky. And now putting darkness on them. Guess what? We good. We packed up. We good. We chilling. You know, not to ruin our day. What do we like to do more than anything else? Listen to music, party, and barbecue. Keep reading.
And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days.
3 days. That's crazy. You can't even imagine it. Hey man, the sun supposed to be out. The sun is not coming out. You are wondering what the hell is going on. They don't even know. It's gonna be my last 14 verses in the Hebrew, but I'm gonna keep doing them in sevens. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 23 through 29. Again, if you did not know, if you were not here, we just going through it real fast. We got some stuff to do. But if you got a question, just put it in the chat real quick. If I can answer it, I'll get to you. Ra'awa, Ayash, Akayawa, Wala'a, Kwamawa, Ayash, Mata Katayawa, Shalashath, Yamayam, Yamyam, Walakal, Banya, Yashala, Haya, Awar, Bama Washa, Batham, verse 24, Wayakwa I, Power Iha, Al, Masha, Waya Amar, Lafawa, Abadwa, Ath, Yahawa, Require, Taza Ayakam, Waba Kwarakam, Yatazak, Gum, Tapas, like it, Tapakam, Yalak, Imakam, verse 25, Wayamar, Masha, excuse me, Gamata, Tatan, Baya Danwa, Zabakayam, Wa'ayawah, Shanwa, La Yahawa, Al Hayanwa, verse 26, Wagum, Makwanwa, Yalak, Amanwa, La'a, Dashar, Parasa, Kayub, Mamanwa, Nakwak, La'abad, Ath, Yahawa, Alahanwa, Hanwa, na kanwa la'a na da'ai ma na abad ath Yahawa I ma'anwa Shema, verse 27, why kazakwa Yahweh, Ah, Labah, Power Iha, Wala, or Wala, Abah, Lasha Lacham, verse 28. Why Mar, Lawa, Power I, Laka, Ma'alia, Hashamar, Laka, Al, Tasap, Ra'aywath, Panya, Kaya, Bayawam, Ra'atham, Panya, Thamawath, verse 29. Last verse, Wayomar, Mashah, Khan, Dabarath, La'ah, Asap, or Asapa, or Asap, likely. Oh, Iwad, Ra'awath, Panyak, verse 23 through 29.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 23. They saw not one another.
That is dark. You can't even explain it because you'll never see it. Well, you've never seen it. That is so dark. There's no stars in the sky. There's no moon. There's no sun. For 3 days, it's so dark you can't even see one another. You can't even imagine that. That's dark. Keep reading.
Neither rose any from his place for 3 days.
You ain't going outside because you don't know what's out there. You scared. Niggas scared of the dark. You scared of the dark, buddy. Because you don't even know how dark that is. Imagine it's so dark you can't even see the person next to you. The only thing you do is touch them and feel them. You just walk around your house because you've been around your house. But you can't go outside because you don't know what's out there. Keep reading.
But all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling.
Read it again.
All the children of Israel had light in their dwelling.
Well, everything is going on out here and stressing these folks out here. Your place is safe. That's what you need to start understanding. That's the Bible, young brother. That's the Bible, young lady. You serve the Lord. You ain't got to worry about the problems of the world. Whatever happens with my next door neighbor, they ain't got nothing to do with me. My next door neighbor is not in One West. My next door neighbor is not serving the Lord. He's not following the Lord. They don't give a damn. My next door neighbor, he ain't worried. He ain't worried about keeping the high holy days, law, statutes, commandments. He ain't worried about none of that. Esau ain't worried about none of that. Elamites ain't worried about none of that. Moabites ain't worried about none of that. Ammonites ain't worried about none of that. You should be worried about that. You know why? Because when the lights go out for these people, your light stay on. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. I read it every day, every Saturday for sure. You read?
And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed.
Read that part again.
And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go, serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed.
Why did he only want? Why did he say that part? Come on.
So he know they gotta come back. Like they ain't gonna leave it out there.
Come on. And what else?
Like
if you got a bunch of herds and flocks, what you got?
Assets.
There you go. You got assets, you got money. They're not letting you go without nothing, bro. There's always, instead of, you remember earlier, Moses said we can take everything. We're taking man, child, woman, old, young. We're taking all our food. We're taking all our kids. We're taking all our herds and cattle. He said, now he's saying, all y'all can go, but just leave these people. Just leave this here. You don't know what would happen, man. Moses would have came back and all them herds and cattle would have been unalive. You can't trust them. Keep reading.
Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice them to the Lord our God.
Mm-hmm.
Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not a hoof be left behind.
This is what Moses knows. I can't trust you. Like she said, yes, your business. This is about money. Moses already know. I'm not leaving my cattle with you. I already know how y'all think. I'm not leaving my assets with you. Imagine leaving. Imagine you go somewhere, all y'all leave somewhere, and you leave all your cars. You leave all your house. I'm not doing that, buddy. I'm not leaving the stuff that makes me money with you. Either you're gonna keep it for yourself, or you're gonna be such a ruthless bastard and unalive all my property. Take care of all my property, take it away from me that I'm forced to stay here even longer to build that back up. No, sir, Bob. Keep reading.
Oh, come. For therefore must we take to serve the Lord our God, and we know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither.
Most we gotta bring all this anyway. I don't know what we sacrifice anyway. Come on, man. Let me get it. I don't know what's going on, but I just know the Lord told us to take all this. Keep reading.
Verse 27. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he wouldn't let them go.
Come on, man. This is a bastard. A wicked bastard. Keep reading.
And Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to thyself, see my face no more, for in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die.
There you go. There you go. That's what he really is. That's what he really is. You gotta understand the mind of your oppressor. You gotta understand the mind of Egypt. You gotta understand the Pharaoh that you see now. He's saying all that, but war is in his heart. That's a precept. He can come at you smooth. He can try to negotiate with you. He ain't really negotiating, man. He's trying to figure out a way to unalive you. You know why? Because you stung him in his heart. You stung him where it hurts. His pride is now hurt. Because here's what he knows. He can't buy you. He can't buy you. Because he can't buy you, the only way to get rid of you is to unalive you. He can't buy you. Once he realizes he can't buy you, you will never give up anything for whatever he says. He all right. Plan B, which is really plan A. Just unalive. Just unalive. If he can't get no money out you, he realizes you can't do nothing for him, he's going to unalive you because that's the type of person he is. Keep reading.
Verse 29, and Moses said, Thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face again no more.
Moses said, bet, nigga. I'm out. Bet. You ain't gotta see, don't worry about it. You ain't gotta see me no more. And you crazy for even letting me know that's what you gonna do. He bold. All right, this is this is gonna be the last 7 verses in the Hebrew and English. Right after that, we're going into the prayers. This is the book of Exodus chapter 11, verse 1 through 7. I'm gonna finish it with this. Wayomar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Irad, Nagai, Akkad, Abiyah, Al, Parai, Wa'al, Matazariam, Akaria, Kun, Yashalak, Akum, Mazah, Kasha Lakawa, Kala, Garash, Yagarash, Atakam, Mata, verse 2, Dabar, Na'ab, Ba'a Tanya, Ha'aim, Wayashala, Slacking, Waya Shawa, Ayash, Ma'ath, Ra'aiwa, Wa'asha, Ma'ath, Ra'awata, Kaya, Kasap, Wakaya, Zahab, verse 3, Slacking, Wayathan, Yahweh, Atkana, Ha'aim, Ba'ayanya, Matazariam, Gum, Hayash, Mashah, Gadawal, Ma'ad, Ba'aratazah, Matazarium, Ba'anya, Aibaya, Para'ai, Waba'ayanya, Yanya, Ha'aim, verse 4, Wayomar, Mashah, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Ka Tazath, Hala Ya, Anya, Yabataza'ah, Bata Wak, Matazarium, verse 5, Wayamath, Kal, Makawar, Ma'aratazah, Matazarium, Mabakawar, Para'ai, Hayashab, Al, Kasa Iwa, I, Bakawar, Hasha Paka'a, Ashar, Akar, Haraka'ayum, Wakal, Makawar, Bahama, verse 6, Waha Yatha, Taza Aikwa, Gadala, Bakal, Aratazah, Matazariam, Ashar, and Kamawa, La'a, Nahayata, Waka Mawa, La'a, Lasap, verse 7, last verse, Walakal, Manya, Yasha'ala, La'a, Yaharatazah, Kalab, Lashanwa, Lama Ayash, Wa'ai, Bahama, Lama Ain, Tada Aiwan, Ashar, Yapa Yapaya, Yahawa, Bayan, Matazarium, or Wamayan, Yashdala.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 1.
Yeah.
And the Lord said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh, and upon Egypt afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely trust you out hence to get altogether.
Come on.
Verse 2, speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold.
Yep.
And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people.
This is how we started to walk out of Egypt with so much. There's many precepts. I brought them out before, but there's going to be many precepts I can bring about probably next week. I'm going to show you how everybody that left out of Egypt, that was Israelites, was up. Big money. From the feeble to the oldest. From the strongest to the feeble to the oldest to the youngest. Even babies had jewels around their necks. Imagine your daughter, your 2-month-old daughter with earrings, big diamonds. That's how we walked out of there. That's how we walked out of there. You got to understand what's happening here. The Lord is setting you up because the Lord is setting us up for the kingdom. He got to set you up to see what you can bring to the kingdom so we can build the kingdom up. Come on.
And Moses said, thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out in the midst of Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne.
This is the Passover. This right here is the Passover. I'm so glad we're getting to it right now. Damn, that's crazy. That's spiritual. That is spiritual. I doubt that they just sat there and like, we do these 49 verses. This. By the time Passover get here, we'll be talking about the Passover. No, that's not how this works. They did not do that. This right now, we're getting into the Passover. Can you read?
Oh, God. All the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die.
Yeah, what?
Shall die.
Yeah, what?
Shall die.
The firstborn. Can you read?
From the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservants that is behind the mill.
Every firstborn. Can you read?
And all the firstborn of the beast.
Every firstborn. Can you read?
And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there none like it, nor shall it be like it anymore.
Come on.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Read that part again.
Crazy. Against any of the children of Israel.
No, I want that first word. Him and that first word really heavy. In verse 7.
But against any
read that part again.
But
read that part again.
But
read that part again.
But
all this is gonna happen to the Egyptians. But keep reading.
Against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Not even a dog gonna do anything. Not a dog is gonna move his tongue. It's talking about a dog and dogs. Read.
Against man or beast.
Come on.
That ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
There's a difference between who?
The Egyptians and Israel.
Are Egyptians Africans? Are Egyptians Hamites? Who are the Israelites?
Israelites, not Egyptians.
What are we talking about? I am not no goddamn African. Not at all. Never will be, never have been. With that, I'm gonna do these prayers, get up out of here. I'm doing really quickly. Let's do this. The water for tuning in. Michael, not this one. Hey man, change it. Layasha Olive, which means 2 or 4 Israel. All right, imagine how them. It means rising space to east. I'm gonna going over these prayers really fast. Might keep up, That's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawas. Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratazak, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Nawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Waslak now, Kabwaki now, that's like now, Kabwaki now, Wala, Dabayana one, Ulasai one, Abal, Habashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, Awalamia, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, the thunder lava. Hakak, La'pa'ah, Kamakala, Ukamalawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazwan, Hakak, La'quayim, Hamakim, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, Garshun, Bahashim, Yahabashah, the water Aman, in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahabashah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power to get some clean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahabashah, thank you. So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahabashah, Barak Nawa, Bayashala, Baha, Bayah, Saparian, Barak, Bahashim, Yahabashah, the water Aman. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahabashah, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahabashah, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha yan ya all hard my yan ya ba Zoya my ain Yahweh Asha Shemai wa Bataza ayatan lama wa Gaga ayan wa Shamarka Hanala ayan one while ayah son Shawamar Yashala Yahweh Shamarka Yahweh Zaka ayan Yakaya Wamani Hashamash La Aya Kakai wa Yarak Balayala Yahweh Yashamarka Makal Ra Yashamar After the Pasha Yahweh Yashamar Taza After wa Akaba I will in the English. I've lifted up my eyes into the hills. From whence coming my help? My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not suffer. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall not suffer nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim Adam Yalaka, Altaka Rashwa, Alta Alka Yahana, our Yabika, Yahamanya, one by Ash, I'm Imaka, Yawayamwa, Sabada by a third Yatazawa, Altazawanika, Amara, like a wild one, a cocky, Magaya, while I as a caution Yashala, I would duck Ayah, now Tazawa, by your Kano, Ayaka, or Yah Yakaraka, Ahaya, I one, why Yashama, Aliyum, Mawa Abu Gayam, Gabao, I'm one, while I'm like the shop, I'm your shop, Tazawa, Mashua, Lalawa, Aman, how you was over I, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, I shall the home, Kamaya, Kasaya, Sarah. Yabian Balakal, Koyashwan, National, the Shamawaba, Yandara, Hayawa, the Munla, the Masha, Thermal, Nada, Yamawa, Kara, Wakas, Abakas, Abakas, Almanaka, that's Yakuwa, Ashar, Amara, Naya, Rashad, Lawa, Akna, Alahayim, Alahayah, Shah, Thermal, Kagala, Kwash, the Panya, Kaash, Daba Ira, Yaiwa, Waka, Kaba, Dalahat, Harium, Gun, Daradama, Basa Africa, Wabasaba, Paka, Dabalam, Mala Abhayahum, Kuala One, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa. Waya Bahawa I Waya Kapara Waya Abaya Waya Dawa Kaya Atasam Kaya How will about I want alcohol Awataza. Keep not that silence, oh God. Keep not that silence, oh God. Hold not that peace and do not steal, oh God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come, let us cut them off from me and nation. That the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. The tabernacle leader, and the Israelites, of Moab, and the Hackerees, the Baal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. And Sur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of the sun, which perished that endure. They became as dung for the earth. Make their numbers like a rail, and like a heat. Yea, all the princes as Abba and as Amunja, who said, let us take the ourselves, the house of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. The blessings in the Hebrew. Rakata Yahweh, why you have a shot, why my Alawa Alahayo, the Taji Alawap Yahana, Halawampi, Hasawanya, Hakwatayonium, Hakwatayonium, Hakayonium, Wahawakin, Yahweh by Hashem, you have a shot, the Wada Aman in the English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you,
and Yahweh, and Michael, and the angels, commanders in your the generals, the captains, Yahweh, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. With that, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Shalom. Yeah.